Alright. Hey, Len, you know what time it is?
Is it 9:57 p.m. on 10/15/2019?
I mean, yeah, but it's also time for us to talk about Kamen Rider 01!
Oh my god, that thing we just watched!
Yeah! So once again,
Yeah, I remember.
apologies for skipping a week, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling up to it, so we just skipped a week.
Yeah, and now we did feel up to it, and we watched it. It was good.
It was pretty alright. I don't know, I still feel like episode 5 was... I probably enjoyed more than these two, but there's.
I feel like that one bit of episode 6 was in the best bits of episode 5.
Yeah, true. Anyway, let's talk about that. Episode 6. So you know that manga that was in episode 5? Let's get into anime now.
And then there's a Gear doing voice acting for it.
And there's a Gear doing voice acting, and like her like boss or whatever is walking with her. And he's like, alright, you did good. And Archer's like, wow, that was so amazing. I love anime. And then Fua's like, hey, we need to arrest you.
You fucking violated the anime titty law.
Yep.
And the law really is that you cannot make a human gear in the likeness of a human being.
Yes, you cannot make a human gear in the likeness of a human being. And this person...
Without asking them first.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a problem when that person is fucking dead.
And it's the guy's daughter.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up. And then, like, Jin shows up, and the bat from episode 4 shows up again, and he's all like, eh. But it's all pretty easy, except for Jin stole the Flying Falcon Progress key.
And he's also trying to figure out what child and parent shit means.
He's trying to figure out what the fuck being a son of a Hirobi is all about.
What is it like to be child?
What is it like to be Bobby?
I need know. Tell me, please.
Tell me, please. I desire to know what it means to be baby.
Tell me. Why is he talking like this now?
I don't know. Anyway. And Arjo has a lot of talks with this old man and and he's like, listen, you can't. And he's like, but please, my daughter died and she really wanted to be a voice actor. So I made this robot to fulfill her wish. And I can't help but think, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
And just the scene there was a scene of the robot who was malfunctioning at the time, calling him Papa when she's supposed to be calling him President when there's other people around, or Shacho. And she was being really fucking creepy.
It's a really creepy scene.
It's a really good scene, too,
I would show you
it's
footage
a really good scene.
if I could without Toei blasting my ass.
Like, that scene was really well done.
It was very well done. Props to the actor of the Gear daughter for really pulling off the uncanny valley of, like, her mouth movements and the way they moved, and she had that fake smile plastered on her face. It was,
really fucking creepy.
It was really well done. Amazing job on the acting department on that scene in particular. But, like, yeah, I get it, guy. Your daughter's dead, but that doesn't mean you can make this
another one.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can make a robot version of her just so you can say she was able to be a voice actor.
Okay, but what about Astro Boy?
Now listen, that was a different time. Also, I wasn't alive for that time. I don't know anything about Astro Boy, to be honest. Astro
Boy is a robot that was made in the likeness of a guy's son.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked. But I feel like... Oh, Astro Boy's like a superhero, and he's meant to go do superhero things, yeah?
Yeah.
This is a robot made to replace his daughter. You know? Like, he wants this robot to do the thing his daughter couldn't because she fucking died.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Hirobi tells Jin that he did a good job because he got the Progress key, and he gives him a driver.
Well, he does that later.
Well, no, he gives it to him now.
No, he gives it to him at the end, right before he transforms on the stage.
Oh.
At the stage, remember?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Because Jin was all like, child! And then he was like, haha, funny transform time.
Oh yeah, that's the entire theme of this episode, is Jin being like, what does it mean to be child?
And then he's like, oh, this mean to be child. After he slapped the big old hacking belt
onto the
on the child woman. Oh, by the way, before this, Naruto was like, give her like 3 days, and then I'll give her back to the thing. And then Fu was like, okay.
And then we all go, yeah, something's gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
Because this is Kamen Rider. Also,
yeah, so something went wrong, because on the 3rd day at the voice acting thing, 1, she malfunctions, and 2, Jin shows up and slaps a belt on her waist to make her evil. And then he's like, but I don't want her to be evil because she is a child.
Yeah, after Naruto gives a speech about, like, parents would die for their children and all this, he's like, oh, I fucked up. No. And then she turns into a frog.
And then the big bad guy, Hirobi shows up and is like, have a belt.
I have a katana, also have this driver, made out of
back to
Velcro.
being evil. Yeah.
And he turns
Force
into...
Rise.
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's the Force Riser is probably what it's called. But the name says it forces the progress keys open, because the progress keys have to be authorized.
Yep, I don't know what the Kamen Rider's called.
Probably just like Kamen Rider Jin.
Probably something similar
usually
to that.
if they don't say the name of it, if it has a special name, it's just the name of the character. So I'm just gonna call it Kamen Rider Jin.
Alright, we'll figure out if we're wrong later.
But yeah, he uses the progress key of Flying Falcon to get a pink suit. That looks neat, I guess. I mean, I like that it's a mishmash of like a bunch of chunks of metal. Like it literally, like the animation of him transforming is he takes Naruto's, like the Falcon, and rips it into pieces and puts it all on him.
Yeah. It's really cool. I like the sequence.
Yeah, it's a good sequence. I don't
the
know
suit's
about the
pretty.
Suit,
the suit's alright. Yeah.
Suit's aight.
And then he like fucks shit up because he just transformed for the first time, so of course he will.
Him and Toady Boy get a going, but then Yua shows up and turns into Valkyrie.
And then does Lightning Hornet, which is
and then turns into Lightning Hornet and shoots bees out of her titties.
And everywhere.
Yeah, just bees. A lot of bees. Well, of course it's hornets, but bees. Bees is a funnier word. Let's just be real here.
Bees.
Just bee titties, all right?
Bee titty.
Bee titty.
Bee titty.
Yeah, they fuck up Toad, and actually,
you could say she has bee cups.
You know what? I'm okay with that one.
You like that pun?
You know what? You get that one.
Yeah, I'm get one.
I'm giving you that one. I don't know what that means, but you got it.
It's titty size or bra size. Right?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm well aware.
But you didn't know what I meant, so I explained it.
No, I knew. No, I meant what I mean by like I don't know what I'm giving you. Not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You act like I don't go on the internet.
Yeah. Well, no, you said you didn't get it, so I was like, I don't know why you don't. I don't know.
People I follow on Twitter.
I was like, listen, I don't know how you don't get it, but I'll explain it. You know, like.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware about a titty. Okay.
I've seen a titty or two about that.
I've seen a titty. This one.
Says Parker.
Anyway, Yua basically cleans fucking house. And that's basically it. Jin just kind of returns to Hirobi, and we find out that Jin is in fact a human gear.
And then
Hirobi created.
Yeah.
And
that was fun.
wait, we forgot. Instead of giving the old man a new robot, they instead basically give him an Alexa, except it's his daughter's voice. Because instead of him going to therapy, they're just gonna enable him.
And then Naruto makes a better pun.
He does make a pretty good pun. It's the joke about I don't. It's like how you pronounce like kindness or whatever or love.
No. So he said you know, like everybody needs emotional emotional support. That's what the AI is for.
Yeah.
That's love, which is in Japanese AI.
Yeah, I.
So
And that was the joke. And then then Izu and Aruto had a nice giggle. Yeah, they had a nice giggle, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoy any time like Izu enjoys the joke.
Yeah.
Like anytime someone other than Aruto likes the joke, then I usually like the joke.
Like Fua.
That's why Fu is so great. He helps with that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I liked episode 6 quite a bit.
Episode 6 was pretty good. It was, I don't know, I think I liked episode 5 more, mainly because it didn't fucking creep me out.
I feel like the creep factor was added to the episode for me. I liked episode 6 a lot.
Yeah, there really hasn't been any bad episodes of the Kamen Rider 1 yet. And episode 7 keeps that trend up because it's all about basketball!
We get even more Detroit Become Human Gear, but with basketball.
Well, okay, it's at the very end of the episode. Let's start at the beginning. Aruto gets called to a middle school. They want him to reset a Human Gear because he's being real harsh on his students. It's a basketball coach.
Yup, and he's like, play basketball, Airbud. And they're like, who the fuck is Airbud? Because they're Japanese and aren't cultured like we are.
The Human Gear pirated the Japanese version of Airbud to teach them basketball.
Little Japanese subs.
Do you think in the Japanese version of Airbud it's like a Pomeranian? Instead of a golden retriever like he is in...
I think it's just like... I think it's just Airbud, but with Japanese subtitles.
What if it's like a Japanese dub? I'd like to see that. I want to see the Japanese dub of Airbud.
Arf Desu.
I don't know why I find that so fucking funny. Oh shit. Anyway.
You like that one?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Congrats, you got another one.
Alright, awesome. 2 in 1 day.
But yeah, and I remember this Human Gear's name. His name's Kobe, because basketball.
Nice.
Kobe Bryant. He's a basketball player.
Was.
He was. But people still shout Kobe whenever they make them sick hoops.
Even though Kobe's ass.
I don't know anything about Kobe.
I know more about basketball than people who don't know anything, but I don't know enough to say I know about basketball.
I see.
I know more about football than I do about basketball.
I know more about football than I do like any sport. And I don't even really like football that much. My favorite sport is baseball.
I don't know anything about baseball. Oh, it's a baseball!
Oh, it's a baseball. Anyway, let's continue talking about the actual episode.
Oh yeah! Basketball, man!
Yeah, he's real tough on the students, and the principal's like, I want him to be reset, you know?
And then all the moms are like, fuck you!
No, the moms will also want him reset.
Well, no, they're just being like assholes in general.
Yeah, they're kind of like, my son is not passing his exams because of all this basketball.
Well, no, they never said he wasn't passing the exam. They said, what if?
Because of basketball. You know, what if my son doesn't stop playing Fortnite?
It's okay, they're making Fortnite too.
They made Fortnite too.
Oh, it's happened already?
I think so. I don't know.
I know it was announced as a thing.
I don't fucking play Fortnite.
I don't either.
Volt does. I don't.
Yeah, Volt definitely plays
That's
Fortnite.
why he sent Fortnite into the black hole, because someone fucked up his KD ratio.
And then they made Fortnite 2, and he was like, this is better.
This is better.
Yes.
Someplace to hone my gamer skills. God, that joke will
now
never
that
die.
I've mastered Tekken 7.
In the year 2010. Oh, God, Kamen Rider's fun.
It's really fun. You can just fuck about, and it's really great.
What the fuck? Where are we even in the episode? Jin
we
and
made almost nowhere.
Jin and Hirobi like have an assassin they're programming for some reason. I don't know why, but Yua steals it.
Yeah, and then lets it transform.
Yeah, well that happens later. But
later.
We figure out why though. At least I kind of get why. Because she needs to figure out how to defeat MetsuboJinrai.net. So how else to do that? Like, how can you do that without knowing how their tech works? Because she's the tech specialist.
Yeah, so basically, Arto's like, man, this guy's, he's doing a good job being the fucking coach.
Why do you want to reset him? And they're like, just do it.
He's like, listen, if they lose their next game, I'll reset them.
And if they don't, I won't reset them. Because I like to make a lot of bets for no reason.
Because I like finding new and creative ways to not do my job.
I mean, in episode 5, he just got Izu to do it. She told him about the terms and conditions and got his ass.
And he's like, oh yeah, shit.
I did agree to those, huh?
Fuck. Nobody reads that shit. God.
If you want proof of that, like, there was a company that had, like, a giveaway of, like, $3,000 in their terms and conditions, and it didn't get accepted until for, like, 3 years. Nice. No one reads the terms and conditions. Anyway, the basketball game happens. Yuta's a pussy and he loses, because he's not, like, Air Bud. And they're on their way to be like, well, I guess I gotta reset you. That sucks. And they're like, he's like, hold on, wait a second. He throws the ball to Yuta. And he's like, see, I'm training you. And we find out he starts like questioning a bunch of shit. And then Jin shows up and he's like, well, it's because he's gaining sentience, dummy.
Yeah, he's like, why am I here? Oh yes, I remember. I want to see these kids win a basketball game.
Because I am their basketball coach. Yeah, okay, so here's a weird question. I guess less weird question, just a weird observation. Metsubo Jinrai wants to exterminate humanity. They're gonna do that by waiting for a Humagear to gain sentience so they can turn it into a Magier, and then they'll just, like, wreck shit. I don't get it. Maybe, well, they say they're, like, collecting data whenever they die, and he returns the whatever. I guess, I'm gonna call them Zetsumarai's keys, because that's what they say whenever he pops them into the slot.
Yeah.
If that sounds right, because the other things are Progress keys.
Yeah.
So, but why wait? Because, like, we know that you don't have to wait for them to gain sentience. You can just pop it on them. You've done it multiple times.
And they're like, eh.
I mean, they don't really explain it. We just know that they're collecting data, and that I guess they get the juicy data out of the ones that have gained sentience.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the
it's like how Pennywise, it tastes better when the kids are scared.
Anyway, more shit happens, and we get to the fight scene, and Jin's transformed, and Aruto turns into a freezing bear.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
Alright, it's an alright form. I like the transparent bits of ice.
Yeah.
And they're pretty neat. It's cold. He's a cold boy, and cold.
I like how he punched it really hard.
He does.
As Kamen Riders tend to do.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you do. Anyway, he just kind of, you know, does Rider things, and they beat him up, and it's all good. And everyone goes yay, and then everyone clapped. And then, Jin gets back the Dodo Zetsumarai's key, but he loses the Mammoth Zetsumarai's key, because Yua has the Mammoth one. Ooh. What's this? So we're gonna probably figure out what that has to do in the next episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, this episode was, it wasn't amazing. I liked making a bunch of Airbud jokes while watching it.
Yeah, me too.
But otherwise, it was just like we learned that human gears are gaining sentience, which, if you know anything about robots, that's not good. Because
yeah, it started when Naruto was like, wait, how did the coach go into the restricted area?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Huh. Good eye, because I didn't catch on to that.
I did, and I said it when it happened. You were like, nah, I just walked there. I was like, but he's a robot.
Well, you were like, how'd he get in there? I was like, he walked. How else would he get in there? He did it. I didn't realize what you were asking is like, I get what you're saying now, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 7 was, I liked episode 6 more.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe, I guess, and also subscribe to Len, because he uploads content sometimes.
Yeah, I will soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Unless I already have by the time this video comes
And
out.
also, because I guess since I'm not uploading Let's Play VODs anymore, go follow my Twitch so you can watch me and Len sometimes, a lot of the times, really, play video games.
In fact, we're gonna do that like probably right after this recording.
Yeah, we're gonna play Trails in the Sky. We've been playing through that game, which is like Len's favorite jam.
Yeah.
I heard you rocking your chair.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Keep being awesome and keep watching Kamen Rider, because Kamen Rider's good.
Real good.
Real good. Bye!
Bye-bye.